Oh my god. No way. We've got another spawner right here. What's up, guys? My name is Eros, and welcome back to the Redrock Realm. Now, we are over here at our base, and I know that it doesn't look like our base, and there's a reason for that. You see, I made a little bit of an oopsie. So I know that in the last episode I mentioned that we're going to have different districts and things like that. Well, some of those districts are themed. So like we've got a modern, we've got a futuristic, so on and so on and so on. Well, without realizing it, I actually settled down in the futuristic district. And now even though that we are completely welcome to build in whatever style we really want to, it's more of a suggestion than a requirement. I really wanted to do my best to try and follow the theme of wherever we are settled down. So we have actually relocated to another base way south of where our original base was, and this is the Fantasy District. Now, I don't typically build, well, actually I do typically build very fantasy styled, but I figured kind of the style that we are going for with the stilted house village kind of thing probably would fit better in a fantasy district much more than the futuristic district that apparently we were in, and I'm just so bad with coordinates and directions that I had no idea that's where we were. So we have moved all of our stuff down here. We're going to go ahead and rebuild here and do quite a bit of mining and resource collecting and building and all of that fun stuff. We still have claim on the witch's hut over there, so we can still do a witch's hut farm at some point in the future. So don't worry about that. I did not pass up that opportunity. But I am actually getting ready to do a live stream here in just a little bit. So hopefully all of you have been part of the live stream. I know you're going to be watching this long after the live stream has already ended, but hopefully you all have been there and been part of it, and you have seen the progress that we are about to make. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that, and when I come back, you guys are going to see all of the progress that we made during the live stream. See you guys in a minute. That was a lot of fun, and boy, did we get a lot done. So first off, I am going to look over this direction, and as soon as we got on, we were pranked. A horrible, horrendous prank that we shall never recover from our friend Callie. So, as I'm sure you guys realized, it was a live stream for my birthday, and to all of you that were able to make it, thank you all so much. It meant the absolute world to me. It was so much fun. Now, to everybody watching right now, it is a while past, and it was a number of days ago, but I'm sure that most of you were able to make it, so thank you all so much. We had a lot of fun, and if you weren't able to make it, there is a saved copy of it on the channel, so if you have a chance, make sure you check it out. But yes, we were pranked by our friend Callie with a bunch and a bunch of cake. That's a pretty good prank if you ask me, so thank you again so much, Callie. Now, as for progress on the base, let's just take a look around. Oh yes, we made a lot of progress. And then even after the live stream finished, I couldn't help myself, and I kind of kept going for it. I did a little bit more. So we are going to continue to make some progress on the base in today's episode. But first, let me show you guys just what we did. So you'll probably notice it looks a little bit different from our original base. I decided to make a few changes. First of all, I decided to switch out what the floor and the walls were made of. So instead of having the planks on the floor, I decided to do the stripped logs on the floor. We also ended up making the decision to go with spruce and dark oak instead of oak and spruce. It just made it look a little bit more a little bit darker, a little bit more wear and tear for the swamp and so on. And then we put the planks on, and then we put the planks on the walls, and that is all looking good. And then we've got the mossy cobblestone up here for the roof to the building. So yeah, I'm really digging how this place turned out. And then since we put all of the planks on the walls, that's where we were able to put some slabs and put stairs and just different kind of visual texture to it, and it looks so good. I love it. I really like it. It's a really simple way you can do it, but it really, really causes the kind of impact that you want from something like this. So then I started to build another little hut over on this side. I did this off of stream just because I had the building bug and I could not stop myself. But I only did a little bit because I wanted to do the rest of it with you guys here today. I would love to get your guys' feedback. Let me know what you think of this style and the changes that we made to the base. So first things first, let's go ahead and get finished with this. And that is going to entail putting a roof on this. All right, and the last couple of pieces are going in. That is looking good. Let's go ahead and hop on down here, and let's see how it looks from a little bit of a distance here. Hop up on here. Very nice. I like it. It works. And let me just take down these little support blocks that I put in place to get up to the roof. Perfect. And then we go inside. Awesome. I'm liking it. I like how this looks. So let me tell you guys what I am planning on doing with this building, because every building is going to have kind of its own individual purpose here. We have this one, which is kind of like our main kind of central hut here. We've got our bed and things like that. We've got a crafting table and such in here. This is basically our bedroom. We might put one or two other little things in here. We might put some of our really important tools or gear in here. Something like that, we'll see. This one over here, however, is going to be our storage hut. So eventually I'd like to do a bit more elaborate of a storage system, but for the meantime, I really, really want to get off of this little island over here in the swamp, and I really want to have a nice, proper place so that we can stay organized as we work on these projects. And there it is, good to go. So eventually my plan is to build some proper bridges between any and all of the huts that we build, but until then I went ahead and put some lily pads down. So now we just have to have a little game of Frogger each time we go between our huts, which I have to admit I've done that like 4 or 5 times just because it's really fun to do. But anyway, back on point. So I went ahead and put some vines on the outside just for that little extra detail, and then inside we've got all of our chests good to go. We've got more here than we will probably ever fill, and that is okay. They are ready to go and ready for all of the goodies that we could possibly put inside. I'm thinking that eventually I want to do item frames, but until then we'll probably just put signs on them. I'm not really sure. We'll see what looks best. Just because leather is kind of hard to come by, and I don't feel like trying to get a whole lot of it like I would need. So there it is. There is our storage hut, good to go. The more I think about it, I feel like I need to collect some actual leaves off of some of these trees to give these huts a little bit more detail and depth. But until then, I am liking it. I like how they look. I like the kind of uniformity they have, but I'm going to try and build a bunch of different ones in different shapes to kind of make each one a little bit unique. Now, the next thing that I want to do, just for the decorative touch of it all, is I really want to make this swamp a bit more than what it typically is. So in just general, kind of natural vanilla generation, these swamps spawn with these little oak trees popping up through the water, which looks great. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like that it does that. But I feel like they are lacking. So I had the idea of using some dark oak. So we are going to grow these dark oak trees, and that could not have been timed better. So we're going to grow up these dark oak trees on some of these kind of floating platforms out here. Then we're going to remove the dirt, and we're actually going to build in some big, thick roots onto each of them as if they were natural, like, real-life trees that you would see in a swamp like this, with the big roots that kind of stand the tree up over the water. That's going to be kind of the vibe that we're going for. So we're going to do our best to kind of recreate that with some of these dark oak trees. And of course, we'll put some vines and everything on them as well. That is one thing I like about the vanilla generation. So I'm going to see what I can come up with for this tree, and then I will get your guys' opinion on that. Alright, so this is what I have so far, guys. Let me know what you think. So basically what I did is I grew just a dark oak tree here, and then I used a lot of dark oak wood and logs and everything just to give it basically these big, thick, gnarled roots going all the way down into the water here. So you can see they go all the way down like it's deeply rooted into the swamp here. And then for a little bit extra detail, because I wanted to give it kind of that mystical element, I actually put some sea pickles down here. Now, they're kind of hard to notice from up here, I notice. Now, I don't know if I want them a little bit brighter than they are, but they just kind of give this faint glow to the roots and everything, and I think it's perfect. So as we have ones further out in the water, you'll still see this kind of glowing effect off in the distance, and I think it's really going to kind of bring together the whole atmosphere of the swamp here that we're going for. And then we've got some vines placed on it that are growing, and then I put some lily pads just around the roots as well. It is exactly what I was going for here. So there is that. And then the last thing that I want to show you guys today, something that I found way over here on the edge of our swamp. I think you guys are going to like it. We have a skeleton spawner over here. So we are going to turn this into a quick little makeshift skeleton farm so that we can go ahead and we can collect up some XP, we can collect up bones, things like that. I've even put my name on it. So we are going to turn this into a little XP farm today, and that is going to be the other project that we have planned. Oh my god, no way. So I was over here collecting up some coal and everything, and I started hearing a bunch of mobs. And sure enough, we've got another spawner right here. It's a double skeleton spawner, and I think that these might be close enough that we might be able to make a double spawner out of it. Oh, these are really close together. I had no idea this was here. This is fantastic. Hold on, let me get... Oh, there's a lot of guys in here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Light it back up. Light it back up. Ah, okay. Right. Yes, shoot each other. War on your own kind, please, by all means. Ah, they're still coming at me. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow, they're angry. They're very angry. There we go. Okay, that one's down. Ooh, he can still reach us from there. Ooh, I don't want to die down here. Okay. Ooh. Awesome. That is it just me, or is this a really weirdly shaped room? This is not the size of a normal room. Huh, that's weird. Anything good? I mean, the bones are definitely nice. Music disc, I won't turn that down. A little bit of food, a little bit of string. This is really weird. Why is this wall so close? It doesn't feel natural. Huh, interesting. Well, I wonder if this is close enough that we might be able to make a double farm out of this, because that would be pretty cool. Let me see if I can clear out some space here and see if these will both activate at the same time. Alright, moment of truth. So we have got this spawner here. We've got the first spawner over here. Let's go ahead and slowly move closer and wait to see it light up. Alright, there it is. So from here, that one is lit, and that one is still lit as well. So sure enough, we have two spawners close enough together, we can make a double spawner farm out of it. That is so exciting. I've never actually had a double spawner setup before. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see. What is the actual distance? So let's see. So from this block, these are both lit up. Okay, so if I move this block, that one doesn't. Okay, so if I move to this block, let's see how far we can be before that one doesn't. Okay, so we've got basically like a 2x2 area here. Let's see, what blocks can I use? Here we go. Okay, so we've basically got this little 2x2 spot that we can use for basically where both of these are going to be lit up, which means ideally we should have the killing chamber either here or here. I'm leaning towards this way, so that way we don't have to deal with this open cave and have to do a lot of building up around it. And then we can basically just have the killing chamber right here in this little 2x2. And I think that should do the trick. Let's see, if I go up one higher here, will they both still be lit? Let me see. All right, that one is, and that one is. Okay, so we do have a little bit of wiggle room because we'll need a little bit of space. Because my plan is, even though this isn't going to be a super kind of efficient farm, we are going to set up an automatic trident killer for the killing station here. So that way we can automatically collect the drops. We don't have to worry too much about a buildup or anything like that. So that is going to be the plan. So let me go ahead and get a little bit more work done on clearing out both of these rooms for the kind of collection streams and everything. And then we will be right back. All right, so we've got all of the water streams in place. So basically how this is going to work is the skeletons are going to spawn in. They're going to land in the water and get pushed down into these streams, get carried along, la-da-da-da-da-da-da, all the way down over here to the central bubble column. And then that's going to pull them in, and they're going to go all the way up to the top. It'll be much faster than this is. And then they're going to end up in this funny little diagonal water stream here that I put together. And they're just going to get pushed all the way over, land in this next one, and it's going to push them all the way into the drop chamber. And this is where we are going to set up the Trident Killer. And then we will be able to just stand right here, collect all of the XP. We'll set up some hopper mine carts and everything to collect all of the goodies and the drops as well. And yeah. Alright guys, so admittedly, I got a little bit carried away. I just kind of got on a roll and I kind of couldn't stop myself. So you are going to see right in here, we've got this whole area closed in, we've got a little viewing platform, some redstone lamps. When we flick this switch, it is going to turn off those redstone lamps and the skeletons should start spawning. I'm going to come over here. I've not quite finished up this half of the farm, just because I want to make sure it is working and the kill chamber is working before we start throwing a ton of skeletons in there. So if we come over here, you will see that the bubble elevator is in fact working. We've got everything ready to go, so as soon as skeletons are going into this farm, they are ready to be tridented. Tridented. Not sure what the word is that I'm looking for. Tridented. They're going to be killed by a trident killer. And now we just got to put the actual tridents in there. Because it's not a trident killer without the tridents, of course. There's 1, there's 2, and 3. Perfect. I was able to get these just by going out into the ocean nearby and just killing a couple of drowns. And I actually got quite a few, so let's make sure that this works. Perfect, we can hear it ticking away there. Excellent. Alright, now all we've got to do is turn on the spawner and let it be activated. Sure enough, immediately the skeletons are spawning. Do we have more glass? We do. Because I want to be able to see into this farm nice and clearly. Perfect, there we go. So they're going to go in, they're going to make their way up the bubble column, and almost immediately we should see them plopping in here. Alright, I hear them going up the bubble column. Let's make sure that this diagonal water stream is working here. I'm a little worried. I've never done a diagonal water stream. It's got me a little nervous. Oh, there they go. And then we just gotta flip the switch. Oh, and look at that. Sure enough, let the XP flow. That is fantastic. This is the moment of truth. Should have everything wired up and ready to go. There we go. Looks like the light works, and it looks like this doesn't light it up too much, having this torch right over here. So it looks like that side is working. Let's just make sure that they are coming in through the bubble column nice and reliably here. And there they are. So now we've got that side going. Now we can go ahead and turn on both sides. And let's see just how quick this farm may be. And there it goes. I went ahead and let the mobs build up just for a moment while I made a couple of small changes. So you'll notice here we've got a pressure plate right underneath us. What this is going to do is basically, if we are not standing on this pressure plate, this Trident Killer will not function. So the reason I did that is so that way if we go AFK, then as soon as we automatically log out, which we do usually after about an hour or two, then we will be stepping off of the pressure plate. It'll turn off this farm, so that way we don't leave it running when we are not around. So that way we can avoid any extra lag building up or anything like that going on. So that is the whole idea with that. Now the other thing that we are going to do is eventually we are going to wire this up so that that also controls the lights inside of the farms. For now, they are just manual. I don't plan on doing any extreme AFK time at this farm, but we have the option now. So now we have a nice, reliable source of XP where we can just sit here and we can level up. And yeah, we're probably getting some pretty good drops from it too, actually. Let's go ahead and pop down here. I'll make a much better way of doing this here soon. Oh yeah, look at that. We've already got bones and arrows and bows, and this is going to be phenomenal. I am so glad that we found this double spawner setup. This is excellent. But everybody, I think that is going to do it for today. We have been very productive today, so thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this adventure today. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any of the adventures yet to come, and make sure you share it with a friend because they might enjoy it as well. So until next time, guys, peace and love, everybody. Bye-bye.